Hey, Wichita. It's Officer Chad Ditch here with the Public Information Unit. I'm here and back on the set. Is Officer Trevor Macy. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
You're pretty bright today.
I am.
Red, I should say.
Yeah, I forgot to wear sunscreen at the wind surge game yesterday.
Ooh.
So I'm a little red today. This is my PSA to you. If you're watching, make sure you wear sunscreen if you're outside and it's sunny, because you do not want to feel the way my face feels right now.
Pretty bad.
It hurts.
You look like you should be like an SPF like 10,000 kind of guy.
What is that supposed to mean?
You burn pretty bad easily.
I wouldn't say easily. I mean, I was outside for like 6 hours.
That's okay.
That's not a short amount of time.
You didn't just think to get into some shade sometime?
Well, okay, so it was pretty cool yesterday.
Yeah.
It was like 50 degrees in the shade. I had short sleeves on, so I was like, I'm going to go stand in the sun where it's warm. It felt really good.
You got hustled by the temperature.
And I didn't realize that I was literally slowly burning my face.
Oh, so. Okay. Well, speaking of the wind surge, I got my wind surge mug. Plug for them.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I need to get some wind surge merch.
Dude, I went to their game on Thursday when they were the turbo tubs. Bro, that was cool. And they won like 15-1. So
did we find out, is the new turbo tubs logo, is that representative of that troll along the river? Is that what that's supposed to be?
I don't know. This is the first I'm hearing about it.
Because they got that, it's a little green like goblin guy.
Oh, is he hangs out underneath the grates or something? Or?
Yeah, have you seen the troll?
I think I've seen it, yeah.
You have to have seen the troll. It's a
we
Wichita
might have to
staple.
Go see it.
We can film a podcast from the troll or
that would be
sometime.
Yeah.
Live on location.
Yeah, live on location. And Trevor with his SPF 10,000 putting it on.
Do they even make SPF 10,000?
I don't know. We're going to get a special order just for you, man. So how was the rest of your weekend?
It wasn't bad. I literally worked wind surge like every day over the weekend. Cool. So yeah, how was your weekend? You do anything fun?
No, man, not really. My son had a spend the night kind of thing, a birthday party. He's a middle schooler, so he got to go do paintball and everything like that. But
I love paintball.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a blast. His first time ever doing it, man. He came home with bruises and everything, but he was exhausted. Like he just went and tried out for the Rams or something.
It's a fun time.
Yeah.
It is exhausting though. I haven't played in years, but I'm sure if I went, I'd be huffing and puffing and.
Oh, I know. I definitely would be huffing and puffing. Yeah. So we're not all built like you.
We should do like a team building paintball day.
Dude, that'd be fun.
With like some captains and lieutenants and stuff. That'd be cool.
I think getting Lieutenant Richenberg, our boss, out there, he'd be cool. Or the chief.
I think he'd go hard.
He would go. Which one, the chief or
Both.
Richenberg? Both.
I mean, they'd be.
That's true.
They'd be after it.
That's true.
I'd be scared.
Let's see what else. Ooh, man, I got to see my house. It's like fully framed because we're building.
Oh, yeah.
I said that
That's
before.
Cool, yeah.
So, and then we picked out a door. Bro, so many different types of doors I had no idea about.
There are a lot of doors.
There are a lot of doors. And then you ever contradict yourself, man? Like when you're picking stuff?
All the time.
Like, hey, man, I don't like all that, specific color. And then you see something with a little bit of that color and you're like, I don't like that either. And then you're like, okay, let me go back to all the color. Yeah. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Dude, that's what it was like with the door.
It happens.
It does.
You just can't make up your mind.
I couldn't.
I'm terrible about making decisions.
Are you?
Like, I don't know how to choose things for myself. Yeah. So I just kind of take whatever, and that's how I got my last tattoo. It's just like a random tattoo because I couldn't decide what I wanted.
Tell me about this because I remember this story about your tattoo decision.
Yeah, so there's a place on 2nd Street, and they do like a random tattoo thing. You just put a coin in the machine, and whatever you get out of the machine is the tattoo they give you.
What'd you get?
I got a severed hand with 7 fingers on it. I don't know if there's any like symbolism there or anything. Right. I was just like, I thought for a little bit about redoing it because you can pay extra to like redo it and get another one. I was like,
where'd you put it?
I'm gonna get it on my ankle.
On your ankle?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool of you. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So what's your next tattoo gonna be?
I have no idea.
No idea.
No.
We talked, I think, in the first episode that you're going to do the Crime Stoppers.
I would like to do Crime Stoppers logo somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Thought about getting like Chad Ditch tattooed on my arm or something.
Just my ID number is cool, man. Just 2494 right there.
Here you go.
I think that'd be dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because we're building this relationship. Paul said that he and I click better than you and I do. If that's proper English. He does think that. But
what do the
apparently,
viewers think?
I don't know, bro. We're averaging around 200 views, which is good in my opinion since we're still building. But
Yeah.
I think we're doing good. But
I do. Those are rookie numbers. We got to pump those numbers.
We do
up.
have to pump them up. I do see you wanted to be like Paul today and not wear like a dress, a black T-shirt or WPD merch.
I forgot to bring. It's a Monday, man. I forgot to bring a shirt.
It is such a Monday. Usually this cup is like only halfway, and it's all the way
I've been
filled up.
chugging coffee today.
I already had a monster this morning too.
Yeah. I should have got a monster.
I think it's a lavender day for you.
Yeah, this is just the next shirt in the lineup.
Dude, looks good, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Mine was cool, too. I went and got me one with, it's like blue, but it's got a hint of pink in it, and I rocked it with a pink tie.
I need more shirts, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So you think we should get to our guest?
Yeah, we got a pretty good show lined up today. We got Captain Rakestraw.
Yeah, Captain Travis
Special
Rakestraw.
Investigations Bureau. We'll have him on here, talk a little bit about what his unit's doing, and some fun stuff afterwards.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
Here he is. He'll get to Captain Rakestraw here soon. You think he's here? So let's get to the captain.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Right back.
Well, we're here. Blessed to be here with Captain Travis Rakestraw. Captain, how you doing today?
Doing good. Good, thanks.
Thank you. I know you're a busy guy. I appreciate you taking the time to be on the podcast. You are our fourth guest.
Fourth.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So we appreciate it. One of the things that we do on this podcast is we want to let the community know like who the person is as opposed to their rank and stuff. So can you tell us who's Travis Rakestraw?
Wow. So I'm married, got 2 adult kids, spend a lot of time with family, really enjoy that. I'm a small town kid. I'm not from Wichita originally, a small town over in Kingman County, about 500 people. So for me to go from that environment to here is really kind of a big change. But I love Wichita. It's been great to raise a family. Really into Notre Dame football, camping, fishing, stuff like that. So.
Notre Dame football, was that a family thing, or that just something that you got into yourself?
I have no idea. When I was young, they were always on TV, and I think I just kind of got hooked from there, and kind of fanatical about it now.
You watched the movie Rudy, and you were just all about it.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah. Well, we're kind of a small town. I'm from Topeka, but then I went to the Flint Hills when I was in high school. So my graduating class was 43. I think Trevor's.
Yeah, I had 40 in mine.
How many was yours?
I had 26.
Oh, yep. That's pretty.
That's tiny.
That's pretty small.
I think we had around 80 in the high school.
Yeah.
So.
Man, that is a big change coming from Wichita. So I know you've worked in lots of areas of the department, being a captain, being on for how long now?
Almost 26 years.
Okay, so you've been around, been into many different parts of the department. Could you tell us a little bit of different areas that you've been on this department?
So I worked on the streets as an officer for about 11, 12 years, right in there. As a detective, I worked in the gang felony assault unit. Sergeant, I worked a lot of different areas. I worked night shift, community policing north, robbery sergeant. So moved around quite a bit. And then as a lieutenant, worked back in the field. And then I supervised the exploited missing child unit before I got promoted to captain. So
okay.
Do you have a favorite area where you worked?
Without a doubt, working at the exploited missing child unit was great. Stressful, a lot of responsibility down there, but really opened my eyes to how important it is to work with the community to solve problems, especially getting the families and the kids help, getting connected to resources, to overcome kind of what they've been through. That was just fantastic for me. Yeah. So really enjoyed that.
Yeah, and I think that's an area in the department probably that takes a different type of person in order to be able to work some of those crimes, because some of them are really pretty horrific. And being a father yourself, how were you able to work through that?
It was tough. The first time I kind of heard one of those stories coming from the child itself just blew me away. I mean, I was just like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this, this kind of goes on. And it was difficult, but at the same time, I think it was the knowing that we have a job to do, right, and how important it is to do it well. It just kind of, I don't know, I'm able to just kind of put that in a box and just kind of work through it. Down there was kind of interesting because we had a therapist. They still do have a therapist that comes in once a week and visits with the staff to talk about, how they're doing. Their mental health is important to us.
Yeah.
So trying to keep the detectives, in a position where they can work through the cases as well as work through the feelings that they have. And then what was neat also is the Child Advocacy Center. That's one of the main partners with that group down there. They had a therapy dog.
Oh, wow.
And the therapy dog initially was there and was there for the kids to make them feel comfortable. But when that dog would come into meetings and whatever, boy, everybody's faces would
Right.
you could just see it on their face how important or how cool it was to have the dog in there, and all their pressure and stress would just go away.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really awesome. I like the fact that there's a therapist there in that environment that you're working in. I know next month is actually Mental Health Awareness Month, and I think sometimes for us officers, we let our pride get in the way of some things and stuff, especially things that we see, but we try to push it off. But I think it's very important to reach out if you need help, and especially in that environment there, you definitely want to make sure you're talking to somebody. So.
absolutely, it was weird because I kind of thought the same way. I thought that the detectives would be hesitant to talk to him. They weren't. The person was accepted, and just one of the normal, staff. They would sit and talk like we're talking today, but everyone knew you could shut the door and have a serious conversation if you needed to.
Yeah, definitely.
And so now you're in the Special Investigations Bureau. Can you explain kind of what that is for people who don't know? It sounds super fancy.
Yeah, it's like CIA,
Yeah,
FBI,
right, yeah.
But no, it's just it's all our narcotics investigations primarily. So we have a set of detectives that when officers on the street do a case that involves narcotics, detectives have to put together the packet that goes over to the DA's office for charging. So we've got those detectives. We've got detectives that do undercover drug investigations. We've got uniformed officers that also handle drug complaints. They come in from other officers, from other departments, from Crime Stoppers, from other tips that come in. So we have to follow up on those. And there's a lot that comes in. And then we also have the Vice Unit. And the Vice Unit deals primarily with human trafficking, illegal gambling, things like that.
So is there a trend or anything? I guess I could call it a trend that's going on right now that's it's alarming to you, or things that you're seeing day to day?
Yeah, so fentanyl, without a doubt. That's been one of the biggest concerns we've had over the last couple of years. We've seen in Wichita, especially over the last 2 years, the amount of overdose deaths that has risen sharply. The amount of fentanyl that we're encountering on the street is a lot. Yeah. And so that's one of the biggest scary things for us. Fentanyl comes in different it's packaged differently, right? Mm-hmm. Some of it is made to look like fake pills. So a fake Oxycontin pill, fake Percocet. So a person doesn't know what they're taking. They think they're taking a Percocet or an Oxy, but they don't know that fentanyl's been mixed into it. It's a fake pill. It's not made by a pharmaceutical company. It's not prescribed to someone. It's made in someone's back room, right? And they're sprinkling fentanyl in it. We're also seeing fentanyl powder that's mixed in with crack cocaine, powder cocaine, methamphetamines. So your drug users who think they're taking meth or something else, they're also they don't know that fentanyl's mixed in. The people that are mixing these drugs don't know what they're doing. These are not people that went to college to learn how to do this. They're trying to add an additional kick in there to make it more potent, to make it people more addicted, and they're putting too much in. A very small amount of fentanyl can kill someone, and so fentanyl has a valid use, right, as a medication, but this is not what that is. This is something different, and people unfortunately are dying.
How do you tackle a problem like that in a community as large as ours? Like, that's got to be a hard problem to face, right?
It really is. Public education and awareness is number one. Doing things like this, putting billboards out. We've done that. A lot of media interviews, trying to get the word out to say, hey, we've got this thing that's going on, and people need to be aware. Right. You need to talk to your children. This can be something that affects kids. It can affect adults. Trying to make sure people understand what it is kind of the first step. It's also realizing that this isn't just a police department problem, right? Yeah. This is a community problem. This is a community has a community health aspect. So, the medical community needs to be concerned. We're working with substance abuse providers to get the word out and make that connection, kind of like we were doing with EMCU, connecting victims with services. Right. We need to connect people that are addicted to drugs to substance abuse. Yeah. And so making those connections with the community so we can introduce this person who needs help to the person that can provide that help.
And being a father of adult kids, I have a 15 and 13-year-old. How does that make you feel as a father? I mean, that is out there. I mean, just one mistake or borrowing a pill from a friend that says, "Oh no, it's Percocet," or "Oh no, it's this." How does that make you feel as a father, knowing that stuff's out there?
Scared because we all did stupid stuff when we were kids, right? And no matter how good a parent you are, your kids are still going to make mistakes, right? That's part of growing up, and they're going to do that. And so hopefully people don't stigmatize this as being, it's just a bad kid that does this or something. It's not necessarily the case. It could be somebody trying something for the first time. So it makes you nervous as a parent. You got to have those open and frank conversations with your kids. Let them know how dangerous some of this can be. And it really is causing parents to step up and have those conversations.
Yeah. And I think it's building relationships too, because a lot of times people are nervous to have that or don't think their kid will, but at the same time, it's one of those conversations that just you got to have.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you seen the podcast? You're not going to offend us if you have not.
I have. I watched the one with Deputy Chief Salcido the other day.
Yeah, that was a good one. You weren't here.
Good. I missed that one.
Yeah.
I was gone that day.
So, Captain, we play this game. It's called One Has to Go. So we give 4 items, and we'll put it up on the screen, or it's right here on this piece of paper. So this one, it's chicken. Most people are chicken fans, fried chicken. So this one, we're going to do restaurants, and by no means is this saying the Wichita Police Department saying anything against one of these restaurants. But
our opinions are our own.
Yeah, one has to go forever. Okay, you got Chick-fil-A, Church's, Popeyes, or KFC.
Okay, can I lead this in with a story?
Yes, go ahead.
So my daughter just graduated college, right? She's actually she graduates next week with her master's degree.
Oh, wow.
So she moves away to go to college. And while she's away at college, kids do different things, right? She decides she's no longer going to eat red meat.
Oh.
So every time she comes home to visit or is back in the house, we can't have red meat. So I'm stuck eating chicken like all the time. Or turkey, chili. I mean, who eats turkey in their chili?
Yeah.
So chicken is not high on my list right now, although I do like it.
Yeah.
It's not high on my list. If I had to say one of those would have to go, oh my goodness.
See, that's why we play this game. It's so difficult.
Gosh, maybe Popeyes?
What?
Yeah.
Popeyes?
No. Yeah.
Popeyes is the GOAT.
Yeah, maybe
Popeyes.
Popeyes.
It is up there, yeah.
Popeyes chicken sandwich beats any other chicken sandwich.
I will agree with that.
Chick-fil-A
I have
doesn't
to
even
try
come
it.
close.
Chick-fil-A does not come.
All respect to Chick-fil-A. I love Chick-fil-A. But
Yeah, see, Chick-fil-A is probably high on my list.
It is.
I like that one.
They do call it the Lord's Chicken. So
it is the Lord's Chicken.
What are you getting rid of?
Churches.
Churches.
Yeah, I don't eat Churches much.
Man.
I think it's fine, but out of the 4 options, that's the one
See, I'm getting rid of KFC.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean,
it's just the classic, though, man.
It's the classic, but it's, again, I say this word a lot, but it's basic.
I like the breading on KFC.
Yeah, I mean, it's got some
basic,
flavor,
but it's good, and it's been around as long as it has for a reason.
Yeah, but I mean, Churches is. Have you had Churches?
It's been a while.
Okay.
I don't remember it. But,
okay.
And if that should tell you right there.
Yeah.
It's not memorable chicken.
You guys know, and this is again not a plug. You know who's got the best chicken in Wichita, in my opinion?
Who's that?
You said Pizza Ranch.
Pizza Ranch.
I haven't been there yet.
Oh, their chicken, life changing.
I've only had their pizza.
Yeah, they're it's like so. Pizza Ranch is kind of like CC's and Golden Corral had a baby. You know, so
Stroud's is pretty strong.
Stroud's is good. That's true.
Ooh, I do like Stroud's.
That is true.
Yeah, and they
might
have
have rethink
awesome mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Their chicken fried steak.
Yes.
At Stroud's. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I could eat that every day.
Well, we appreciate you coming out, Captain. This is like I said, this is the one game, but we really wanted to be able to interview you and talk about fentanyl, but also learn who Travis Rakestraw is. So
I appreciate it. This is fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
We'll have to have you back on the show soon.
Anytime.
All right. Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
We'll be right back.
Well, that was the Captain Travis Rakestraw. What you think, man? Pretty good interview.
Yeah, he's a really good speaker.
Yeah, really good. Like that was a lot of information he put out there, and I don't think he said a single
No.
Dude.
It's like it doesn't exist in his vocabulary.
Yeah, he must have got that out a long time ago. My very first media one, bro, they were roasting me in the comments.
Yeah, they were.
All kinds of us.
I wasn't even working, and people were texting me like,
Yeah.
"Hey, watch Chad's Facebook Live."
Yeah. Well, they said, hey, look at the handsome dude with the blue suit on.
Yeah.
And that's how they let it.
They're like, look at that really good looking officer outside the mall doing this briefing.
Yeah.
And listen to the way he talks.
Yeah. I've counted 133 and I'm still going. So that's
you actually counted
No,
them?
I didn't say that many, but that's what they were clowning me about.
I don't even remember what my first briefing was like, but I'm sure there were tons of
happens.
and ums and
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you.
That was the thing people would ask, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea. Can't talk about it right now.
I don't know the answer to that.
I don't know it. Yeah, bro. So
well enough.
You and I both follow. We're in charge of Police Web's email account, where people can submit questions and stuff.
Yeah, you can submit questions yourself if you want us to answer them on the podcast. policeweb@wichita.gov.
We got our first question.
We got a question. What's the question?
The question is, it comes from Sarah.
Okay, Sarah.
Yep. She wants to know, how do officers learn all the streets in Wichita? And it's kind of two-part. Do we learn it in FTO or do we learn it in the academy?
That's a good question.
It is a good question.
There's a mixed answer to that, Sarah. We learn the major arterial streets in the academy.
Yeah.
And then we do some practice, some geography practice where we go out and we have to find specific locations without a map or a GPS.
Yeah.
And then once you're on the streets, it's kind of once you have those main arterial streets, and we're talking like Hydraulics, Seneca, Kellogg, Douglas, all those.
Yeah.
Then
you can tell you're a West Sider because those are the only streets that you know.
Yeah. Don't ask me any East Side streets. I don't know where the heck Clifton is, but it's somewhere on the east side.
Yeah.
But yeah, you learn all the little smaller streets in your beat just by repetition.
Yeah.
And eventually you get to the point where you hear an address and you're like, boom, I know right where that's at.
Yeah. And the cool thing is, like, there's a, what do you call it, like the main zero, everything is 100 all the way around, 100 north, south, east, and west.
Yeah, 100 blocks.
100 blocks.
People don't know about 100 blocks.
They don't.
So you know how when you're driving around Wichita and you see a street sign and you see a little number on it, like 300, 400, 500, that tells you how many blocks away from Central and Douglas and Main.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, bro.
This is a Monday, dude. This is such a Monday.
Yeah.
Those streets don't intersect.
They don't intersect.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I just
you know when Central and Douglas.
He's not watching this because he's gonna.
Yeah, you know when Central and Douglas intersect? Not never.
Not never.
But anyway, so yes, Douglas
Central and Main.
Douglas and Main is where it's all
Main.
100. And as you go north, the numbers get bigger, 100, 200, 300, and then as you go south, same thing, east and west.
Yeah. So what's the first block north of Douglas is 100.
Yeah.
And the first block south of Douglas is also 100. But it's 100 north and 100 south.
Yeah. And then it's weird, man, because like you'll be in some parts of Wichita where Kellogg separates like the 400 and 500 block. And then you'll be in another part of Wichita where Kellogg separates the 1500 block.
Yeah, and the river changes things too.
Yeah. Because McCormick is on the west side, and then Lincoln is on the, is it Lincoln?
Yeah, Lincoln's east, and then it turns into McCormick, and
it makes sense. When you say it out loud, it makes perfect sense that we did it like that.
So when I was in the academy, I developed like a mnemonic saying to remember the streets.
Yeah. I did too, but mine's not appropriate.
Yeah, I can't share mine either.
But yeah, so Sarah, that's the way that we do that. It's very important, especially for those high priority calls like your shootings or your rapes in progress kind of calls and stuff. We want to be able to get somewhere quick and not have to look at a map or your phone and stuff. So
yeah,
but yeah. Great question, Sarah.
We need more questions like that. So make sure you guys are emailing Police Web.
I got to be honest. I got to be transparent here.
Transparency is key.
It is key. Sarah's my sister, but she sent me an email because she wanted another question.
I'm not mad about it.
No,
as long as we get questions.
It is a very good question.
I don't care who's asking the questions.
Yeah. But I did not tell her to send it. She did that on her own accord.
Okay, well that's
yeah,
that's good.
But we do have something serious that we wanted to talk about today.
Yeah, we do have a recent update, or not an update.
Yeah, not
really,
an update.
just a news release on a homicide that occurred over the weekend. Do you want to handle that?
Yeah. Unfortunately, there was a shooting in the 1300 block of North Hydraulic where 31-year-old Nyron Bowen lost his life. we're asking the public to, if you have any information, to please call investigations at 268-4407 or Crime Stoppers at I'll let you give the plug for Crime Stoppers.
Yeah, you can find the full news release on our website under the Public Relations tab. And if you know anything about that crime or any crime in Sedgwick County, you can submit an anonymous tip to Crime Stoppers by calling 316-267-2111. Crime Stoppers will never ask for your name, and if your tip leads to a felony arrest, you're eligible for a cash reward through that program. So anyone who knows anything, feel free to call.
Yeah. Those are, as police officers, man, those are some tough scenes that we have to go to. Some
absolutely.
Tough calls. I mean, you get there, and not saying this specific case, I'm just saying shootings in general. Everything's kind of chaotic.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
And you gotta get there. You got to establish like a perimeter, make sure suspects aren't getting away, make sure that we're talking to certain people that need to be talked to. It's very stressful for all officers involved. Very stressful for families that are affected by those murders and everything. So please, if you know any information on those cases or past homicides that we're still looking for suspects, please feel free to reach out. So.
Yep. And you can access all of our news releases on any of our major cases on our website. If you want to read up on those and see if you might know something. So any information helps. One tip could be the tip that solves a case. So don't be shy about it.
Speaking of not being shy, Paul was not shy about you being gone last week. He said it was my fault.
Was he throwing shade?
He was throwing shade. He was blaming me for you guys being sick.
Well, it is kind of your fault.
Oh my gosh,
you brought the sickness.
I don't know.
We got down with the sickness.
But last week I think you were just off, right? Or were you sick?
Well, I had taken some time off, but I got sick right before my time off.
Oh, those always suck. Like when you have you have a vacation day and then you get sick on your vacation day. That does suck.
I spent the first 2 days of my vacation just sick. Then I did a bunch of home projects that I needed to do. Yeah.
Okay.
I had to paint my bedroom and.
Ooh, dude, painting sucks.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah. Paul did he gave some fun facts though. You're kind of like shy about doing that. I think you're just.
I just can never. I don't know what facts are fun and what facts nobody cares about.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I don't know, man. It's your fun fact.
Does anybody care?
People care about Trevor Mason.
That I completed the battle pass on Halo Infinite this season.
Really? I don't know what that means, but it sounds. You said it's like 100 battles.
100 levels,
dude. That's pretty intense.
I've had it completed for like 3 weeks now, and I have nothing to do because I've
Did you order you like a crown on Amazon or something?
Order a crown?
Yeah. That says I'm the Battle Pass champion or completed 100 levels or whatever.
I should.
Yeah.
I don't know how important of an accomplishment that is, but I'm going to put it on my resume.
Bro, I remember when I was a kid, because what you're saying about the 100 levels, that reminds me of like playing Mortal Kombat on Sega Genesis when you were a kid, and you got to go up the ladder.
And you find who's the last guy? Shao Kahn? Is that the guy?
Something like that.
The big guy with the helmet.
Yeah.
Is that his name?
I don't think that's his name.
Know?
No.
Oh,
Shang Tsung?
No, Shang Tsung is the guy. He takes your souls.
Yeah,
He's
that's
got,
the
like,
last
green...
dude, ain't it?
No, the last guy's the guy with the.
I'm talking about the
helmet.
OG one. I'm talking about the original Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, it's still Shang or Shao Kahn, right?
Oh,
because he's right after the forearm guy, Goro.
Goro, dude,
right?
He used to be scary.
Or the guy with the centaur guy.
Yeah,
he was scary.
No, that's what that reminds me of. So Paul had some fun facts. He said that he likes to draw. Did not know that about him.
He likes to draw?
See? You were just as shocked as I was. Yeah.
Is he good at it?
You know what he said? I'm all right. You know what that means to me? He's phenomenal.
Did he show you?
No, he didn't show it. He didn't bring it out.
Okay, next show, we got to get some of his drawings and put it up so people can see it.
Well, it's going to be y'all two next week because I won't be here. Wait. Dramatic pause. Okay. Because I have training next week, so I won't be here. It's you and Paul rocking the show by yourselves.
We'll get it done.
All right, man. Yeah, you got some.
What's your fun fact?
Let's see. My fun fact, bro. So when I was 9 or 10, played basketball. Right, love basketball. Love to play the game. My team that I was part of, I had played with a lot of my family members and a lot of kids I went to elementary school and stuff with. So our coach would give us certificates after the end of the season. You'd get a nickname. Right, I was a tall kid. I blocked lots of shots. You know what the nickname they gave me? Mr. Reject.
Mr. Reject?
Yeah. As an adult, I'm like, dang, that's kind of cruel. But as a kid, I was like, okay. And then my cousin stole a lot of passes, right? Mm-hmm. You know what they called him?
A thief.
No, Mr. Pickpocket.
Mr. Pickpocket.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a little less I don't know,
Demeaning.
yeah, than Mr. Reject.
That's true. You got another one?
Another fun fact.
Yeah.
I don't know. I play a few instruments.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the harmonica or?
No, I don't play the harmonica.
Oh,
I should though. That'd be cool.
That would be pretty cool.
No, I play the drums and the guitar and the piano.
Oh, the piano.
Yeah.
Dude, I think that'd be pretty cool to learn how to play the piano.
It's fun. I don't play like professionally or anything like that. I just dabble in it, but it's a lot of fun just to learn like fun songs and jam to those. So
another fun fact about me.
okay.
Dude, I used to, when I was in high school and early in my adulthood, I used to write like lyrics and stuff. Like, I wouldn't call them poetry, man, but it was
That's
like
poetry.
No, man,
that's
like,
poetry.
no, like
Chad.
raps. Like,
Does it rhyme?
It would rhyme.
Is
and
it
then
an
I'm not
iambic
talking.
pentameter?
As what?
Is it an iambic pentameter?
What does that mean?
It's a poetry scheme.
Is it?
Did you never take an English class?
Bro, does it sound like I've taken an English class?
Sounds like you probably slept through an English class.
Yeah, I probably did, like bad.
So you write some pretty good lyrics?
Dude, I think so. I wrote, I mean, I only have nothing top, and nothing like cat, hat, bat, fat, nothing like that. Like
Cat in the Hat.
Cat in the Hat.
Green Eggs and Ham.
Yeah, you know, nothing like that.
Dr. Seuss was like the original lyrical genius.
He was.
Do you freestyle rap?
Sometimes I like to do it. I think it's fun. That is a fun fact about me. So I was stationed in Korea in 2011 when I was in the military, because you just don't get stationed in Korea if you're not in the military.
Well,
right? I guess it's obvious.
I never got stationed in Korea.
So I was stationed in Kunsan, and we would go off base and stuff on occasion. And I won a rap battle.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty
Like
cool.
Freestyle rap battle?
Freestyle rap battle. But I had to go a cappella because I'm not good at catching the beat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
What was the format like for that? Is
Bro,
it like
you could,
best of 3?
No, just one. When I got to the championship round, we did. We both did really well. So they said the crowd wanted one more round, so we did one more round, and then I won.
That's awesome.
It was pretty cool.
Did you
man.
get a trophy?
I did not, but I won. They gave $200 to the winner.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
It was pretty.
So
cool.
you are literally an award-winning.
I'm a freestyle rap battle champion.
Freestyle rap battle champion.
And there was like 6 of us that was in it. So, but it was a pretty big crowd, man. I'm talking like 100, 150 people.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. So, but yeah, maybe we do that. Maybe one time we could just freestyle
someday.
rap battle on the podcast.
Tyler lay down some beats.
Right, but no, I'm telling you, man, I can't catch a beat.
I don't know if anybody wants to hear me rap.
No, like the doctor said I had a heart murmur, but what it was is my heart's even off beat. Like that's what it is.
Really?
I can't catch a beat.
Interesting.
Was that a bad joke?
No.
Speaking of
I
bad,
just didn't laugh.
Speaking of bad jokes, I gotta give a shout out because they gave us a semi shout out. Did you know that the city of Wichita now has a podcast?
They do.
city
I
government?
haven't seen it yet, but I've heard good things.
Bro, it's pretty cool. They do dad jokes on there.
Dad jokes.
Yeah.
I love dad jokes.
Yeah, but I think it's pretty catchy.
We'll have to come up with some jokes for next time.
Yeah, but there is a rumor going around about butter. Have you heard that?
No.
I don't want to spread it.
Oh my gosh. That's the dumbest thing.
I don't know. I'm good. So, but
man.
we'll have to wait and see if you guys get on the next podcast, or I need to do that for you guys for next week.
Do what?
Get somebody. Oh no, we do have somebody. I forgot. I already got him scheduled. He's super excited to be here.
It's a surprise though, right?
I don't know. I think
Mystery guest?
No, should we give it out?
I don't know.
It's
Should we?
Patrol East Captain
Christian Corey.
Yes.
I can't wait.
Yes.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, man. He's been all over the department. Real cool dude. Real laid back.
He is a cool dude.
Man, and he can talk to you just like this, and just get you to tell your whole life story.
He's going to be interviewing me and Paul.
Yeah, that's what it's
the way that's going to work.
That's how it's going to work.
I can't wait for that.
Next week, Captain Christian Corey, he'll be here. I will not. Paul and Trevor be holding it down.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, and if you got any questions, please, guys, police web at wichita.gov.
Or you can email tmacy or cditch at wichita.gov. We're happy to answer your questions on the podcast.
Yeah, we'll see you next week, guys. Peace.
Later.